All right. What is going on, all you hollow table heroes? It's your boy Itachi, and this is Itachi Gaming, and we've got a kit reveal for you guys tonight. I know it's opening day of Grand Arena as well, but not going to be streaming Grand Arena tonight. I got a lot of stuff to get ready for my fishing trip, so don't have a lot of time to do that as well. So we're going to be talking about Omega, the last and final piece to the Bad Batch team. And my friends, I am super excited about this. We predicted this as being one of the potential characters for that 5th slot for this faction. As soon as they announced that they were going to be doing the Bad Batch, we went in and looked into that prior to the show, the season actually starting. So I am very, very excited about this. So let's get over to the game right now. And here we have it. We've got Omega, ladies and gentlemen. Light side attacker, Bad Batch, clone trooper. All the tags there. Highlights: high single target damage dealer. 5th member of the Bad Batch squad. Gains stacks of target practice. Reza, what's going on, brother? Thanks for hopping on, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. Synergy suggestions, as you can guess, is the Bad Batch themselves: Hunter, Tech, Wrecker, and Echo. If you guys have seen any of the show, I mean, we're quite a few episodes in now at this point. Hopefully there's some synergy here, specifically with Omega and Wrecker and Omega and Hunter. I'm curious to see what goes on there. Let's keep on going. Clever and empathetic attacker who utilizes buffs, debuffs, and the presence of her Bad Batch allies to take out her foes. Basic disarming shot. She's got her bow there. That's awesome. Take that out. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy. If Omega has evasion up, inflict blind and daze for 1 turn. If Omega has a buff that can be dispelled and it's her turn, she deals damage, again dealing 50% less damage. Okay, so she has a buff, specifically a buff that can be dispelled, and it's her turn. She deals damage again, dealing 50% less damage. Okay, so anything that's not locked, a locked buff, she will actually deal damage twice. All right, special one, adaptive learner with a cooldown of 3. I don't know this that much. Oh, it's charging up this time. The bow is charging up. Okay. Final text. Oh, this is a Zeta. Okay, so deal physical damage to and inflict target enemy with zeroed in. So this is new. We're going to have to read what this is. Dispel zeroed in from all other enemies, and Omega gains a stack of target practice. These effects can't be copied, dispelled, prevented, or resisted. Holy moly. And last until the end of the encounter. Zeroed in is removed from an enemy, or zeroed in is removed from an enemy, or Omega is defeated. Okay. If the target enemy is exposed, this attack inflicts target lock for 2 turns and removes 10% turn meter. Holy moly. So not only is she going to do zeroed in, she's going to get target practice on herself, and then if the target enemy is exposed, and as we know with the Bad Batch, there's a lot of exposes going up and a lot of debuffs with the rest of this team, she's going to inflict a target lock, which is good for Hunter, for 2 turns and remove 10% turn meter. So a little bit of turn meter removal there as well, manipulation, which is going to be good. All right, so zeroed in. Omega has target practice while a character is afflicted by this. Omega can ignore taunt to target this enemy. Ooh. Target practice plus 5% critical chance and offense, and plus 10% critical damage per stack. All right, doesn't look like there's a limit to the stacks of target practice, so that could get pretty beefy pretty quick there for her. But this zeroed in and allowing you don't want to put this on a character that's on your opponent's side that you really want to get rid of. It looks like she's supposed to be hitting really hard, and so the fact that she can ignore taunts in order to target that enemy with zeroed in, that is nice. It's almost like a marked ability. All right, special 2, empathy first, cooldown of 4. All right. It looks like she's going stealth there. Placing her hands over her heart there. Not actually attacking. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what this does. Final text. Omega dispels all debuffs on herself and gains stealth for 2 turns. Bad Batch allies gain protection up 40% and defense penetration up for 2 turns and 10% turn meter. So more turn meter manipulation here with Omega, and playing into the rest of their kits with protection up and defense penetration up for that. If Omega has critical chance up, Bad Batch allies gain an additional 20% turn meter and protection over time 20% for 2 turns. Okay, so it's going to bump it up if she has the crit chance up, which there's different ways for getting that with the Bad Batch as well as with her own kit. And then more turn meter manipulation there, 20%. Awesome. If Omega already had stealth and an enemy has zeroed in, she gains a stack of target practice. So it's another way for her to gain stacks of target practice. That's awesome. So she can dispel debuffs on herself, and she'll go into stealth. She's going to give Bad Batch allies protection up and defense penetration up for 2 turns and 10% turn meter. Unless she already has critical chance up. In that case, they're going to get 20% turn meter instead, and protection over time 20% for 2 turns instead. And then if she is already stealth, as we know the Bad Batch does already, between Hunter and Tech and them, she is actually going to gain another stack of target practice. And if you guys remember, target practice right here is going to give her crit chance up, or plus 5% critical chance and offense, and 10% plus 10% critical damage per stack. So you can make her hit very, very hard, it looks like, with this kit. All right, unique, part of the squad. Final text. So she is a 2-zated character. Interesting. At the start of the encounter, if all allies are Bad Batch, whenever the allied leader begins their turn, Omega gains plus 5 speed and plus 2% offense, stacking maximum of 50 speed and 20% offense for the rest of the encounter. Ooh, interesting. So if all allies are Bad Batch, whenever the allied leader begins their turn. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, so it's checking at the start of the encounter to see if all the allies are Bad Batch. Then, whenever the allied leader begins their turn, so a Bad Batch leader, she is going to gain plus 5 speed and plus 2% offense, stacking to a maximum of 50 speed and 20% offense for the rest of the encounter. So every time you put Hunter's going to be your leader. Every time Hunter is taking a turn, she's going to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Awesome. While Omega has stealth, she has plus 10% critical damage. And when another Bad Batch ally uses a special ability, Omega assists, dealing 60% less damage. While Omega has defense up, she has plus 10% critical chance. Holy moly, she's getting a lot of offense buff off this kit. Omega's attack deals 5% more damage for each buff she has, and 5% more damage for each debuff the enemy has. Wow. So Bad Batch spreads a lot of actual debuffs and gives themselves, their team, a lot of buffs. So Omega's going to get pumped up really quick with her unique being part of the squad, as Hunter taking turns and things like this. You may want to be swapping that turn meter now over to Hunter just to beef up Omega. I mean, Omega's going to be almost like a glass cannon, it seems like, for the most part, being able to do massive amounts of damage in this kit. All right, so we got to find out, okay, how do we unlock her? Let's go to the developer insights on this, see if they have any insight on how we're going to unlock Omega. Right, they're talking about the kit here, the basics, unique abilities, inspiration, strategy tips. Oh, this is interesting. So this update's going to also removes the ARC Trooper as a requirement for the Reek combat mission. This allows you to bring in a full squad of Bad Batch characters into the Reek mission, including Omega, since she has the clone trooper tag. That's cool. Okay, did we miss how we're going to unlock her? All right, Omega relic is going to be Lula. That's the little Toka doll owned by Wrecker. Oh, man. I don't see... Oh, here we go. Omega joins Holotable. The Holotable as the 5th member of the Bad Batch squad, which enables Wrecker to start the battle with Taunt. Okay, so she's going to enable... Yep, Wrecker just started with Taunt. Okay. Here's the majority of the damage in the Bad Batch squad came from Hunter, but Omega helps around at the team. Okay, Omega's kit, blah, blah, blah. Nope. They don't say, do they? High Holotables. That's a marquee. Here we go. Play the new marquee event to unlock Omega and complete your Bad Batch squad. All right. There it is. I missed it like 3 times. But there it is. She's going to be a marquee event, so she's going to be available for everyone out there, which is fantastic. Free to play to be able to unlock her at 3 stars. You have to pay to play to get her at 7 stars for at least the next couple of months until she becomes free to play on the holotables themselves. Probably a hard node. More likely, if I'm guessing. This kind of changes the scope, I think, for new players coming into the game during this time. I mean, we get a lot of good stuff now with that new player experience. If you guys haven't seen any of those updates, go check it out on the rest of the channel. But we've been talking about the new player experience with all the updates that CG did this year with your initial characters that you get and things like that, changing into any character that's over a year old, being 2 drop. Instead of getting a single shard, you get 2 shards. Things like that. So, but Bad Batch is doing some crazy things over in Grand Arena, as we've seen. If you watch Arnold's channel, I mean, he showcases a lot of that stuff. But people are scared of the Bad Batch. Let me just pull up. If you guys don't know, and if you haven't used it before, SWGOH.gg is a great place to go. You can actually go in here and look at GAC metas and things like that. Go look at different characters, how to mod them. There's all types of tools you can use. But let me see if I can find the Bad Batch real quick and what people are kind of taking up against the Bad Batch. Here we go. Hunter, right? Hunter counters. All right, so they got Geos, Imps, Gas. Look at this. These are big time. These are big counters, right? I mean, Imperial Troopers at some point were just used for Night Sisters and things like that. Then we got Admiral Piet. We got Moff Gideon added to that. And now they're being used to counter like Sith Eternals and stuff like that. You've got Gas on here. That is a big meta team. And this is without Omega right now. And so now we're going to have Omega mixed in this high damage dealer. She's able to hide under stealth. She's able to essentially put mark on a character and go around your taunts. So this is pretty big. CLS with 3 Baka and C-3PO, Chewie, and Han. I mean, this is another big meta team to use. So looks like it's limited here on what the actual counters are to this, and I think this is going to change as well once we get Omega in here, because right now we only have 4 Bad Batch characters. Adding Omega in is going to allow Wrecker to actually taunt, pre-taunt essentially, at the start of the battle, because you'll have 5 Bad Batch characters as opposed to just 4 right now. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see how she fits into this team. I mean, she looks like she's just going to be rounding it out, really, if you think about it. High damage. Hunter has some pretty decent damage, but it looks like she's bringing the hammer for this team, right? The big damage part. We've got a good support, a good tank, and whatnot. And so this is going to be a really interesting team, seeing what happens going forward. I'm sure we'll start seeing them on when is this? It doesn't say when the marquee event happens. Typically, if I know them, it'll probably drop by the end of this week when they announce these characters like that. And if it's not this week, it'll definitely be next week. But more than likely, it'll probably be at the end of the week. We'll see it Thursday or Friday for the marquee event. Get your Omega 3 stars. Don't miss that. Those are free characters you can take in any team typically and go through it just fine. Especially if you're a free-to-play player. If you've already just been starting to work on Bad Batch, because the rest of them are actually free-to-play playable right now, you can go and farm, which means you can just go and farm them. You don't have to buy packs just to get them anymore. So go check out Omega, guys, and whatnot. Let me know what you guys think of Omega's kit. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's really going to help out the Bad Batch? I do. And I think it's going to be really good for the game. I'm excited about this. Everyone's using this team on defense, and she's definitely going to help bring the pain for the Bad Batch. All right, my friends, my name is Itachi, and this was Itachi Gaming. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Reza, thank you for all the love from my guild. Reza, Hellbent, all you guys that usually stop by. Flash and Flav, I know you guys usually stop by, and you'll probably watch this at some point if you weren't here live. All right, my friends, until next time, we're going to go ahead and throw up the deuces. Peace out, y'all.